Good morning, folks. Oh yeah, clicker. I'm Anand Lakshmanan. I manage business for Netcore in Singapore. We are in the Martech space today, in the CRM space. And today, I want to start with, how many parents do we have in this room? A quick show of hands. I mean, you could be the dog parent, plant parent, cat parents. We still like, okay, Finley, you've got an audience. Yeah. But yeah, this story is about you folks. The next 15 minutes is going to be about how we engage with parents at scale. How did Netcore and AsianParent came together to do that, right? A bit about what... Okay, a grand reveal, 30 million parents. Right. Yes. A bit about Netcore in the world of apps before I pass it to Finley to take you through a couple of stories. We've been building for apps in the last decade. We do 1 trillion interactions every month with over 6,000 customers in 40 different countries. We serve for retail, BFSI, travel, media, across verticals. And today I'm glad to have one of our customers who's doing Martech at scale. We're talking about 30 million every month, to share some interesting stories around how parenting needs a lot of help. How do we personalize those engagements? And it's a sensitive space, right? So how do you segment them so carefully that you're doing the right message to the right parent across? So I have Finley here, who manages AsianParents, and she gave in the intro. He manages the business for AsianParent across Southeast Asia, who's got a couple of case studies to take you through. Finley, maybe.
All right. Thanks, Anand. So I'll get the clicker. All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for having us, and it's a pleasure to be here. So quick intro about us. So we are from the Parent Inc. We have a few brands under our portfolio. We have the AsianParent, which is our media and community arm. We have Mama's Choice, which is our direct-to-consumer moms and baby brand. We have Mother's Work as well, our retail arm, as well as a distributor for various brands. Our flagship store is actually based here in Singapore at Great Wall City. We have Little Ray, our moms and baby clothing brand. We have Webtreto and BU, which is actually our parenting community forum in Vietnam. So we are present in 6 markets across Southeast Asia: Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Malaysia, the Philippines, and Vietnam. So Indonesia and Thailand are actually our biggest markets, whilst the remaining ones are actually the fastest growing ones. So I think for today's discussion, we'll focus on the AsianParents specifically. So zooming into the AsianParent is actually the largest parenting media platforms across Southeast Asia and in Singapore as well. We have grown our community to 30 million monthly unique users, and today we'll be sharing how we were able to capture and grow and scale and segment this audience. And we will also be sharing a few case studies that hopefully showcase how we work with and add values to brand, and how this audience segmentation come into play. So I'll be sharing a few case studies. The first one is what we did with Aptamil, Danone Aptamil. So Danone is obviously one of the largest multinational brands, a child health and nutrition brand. Aptamil is the formula milk specifically targeting premium moms. They actually just launched a specific product called Caesar Biotic earlier this year, specifically for babies born through C-sections. So obviously their objective is to generate leads, but not only to generate leads, but also to categorize and separate these leads based on the birthing delivery. So birthing delivery method. So either a C-section born babies or normal delivery babies. So obviously there is a lot of challenges with this objective, right? Number one is the segmentation, audience segmentation. It requires an advanced audience segmentation. Demographic segmentation no longer suffices. Targeting female 25 to 35 is no longer sufficient. We have to make sure that these are moms. We have to make sure that they have kids. We have to make sure how many kids they have. We have to make sure how old. We have to make sure the kids are of a certain age. And we have to make sure, in this case, the birthing delivery method. So we have to categorize which one are the C-section born babies, which one are the normal delivery babies. So that's one challenge. The other challenge is obviously infant formula milk is heavily regulated across Southeast Asia, but especially here in Singapore. So advertising is not straightforward, it's very challenging, and brands cannot advertise directly to moms with kids 0 to 1 year old. So how do we solve these challenges? First of all, we are capturing our own first-party data. We are not reliant on third-party data from Google or Meta or TikTok as well. We are actually capturing our own third-party data through our websites and app. So that way we are able to collect more data points, and we are able to profile these moms more accurately. So our audience segmentation go beyond demographics. So it's no longer just age, gender, location. We are actually able to know who exactly these moms are. We know how many kids they have. We know how old are their kids. And in this case, we are able to know like which moms give birth through C-section, which mom give birth through normal delivery. So we have reached that level of granularity, and these unique segmentation capabilities are uniquely useful in the parenting industries, and a lot of brands can leverage from it. And then we are also utilizing data-driven nudges along the consumer journey to collect additional data points to refine our data quality. So this creates a feedback loop to continuously refine our data and create a more accurate segmentation. And we are deploying these tactics through various channels, through contextual banners, pop-ups, and personalized EDMs. And on the next slide, you would be able to see how this looks like. These are banners and pop-ups and EDMs. And then the final impact, we were able to generate 2,500 leads, which is quite sizable here in Singapore. And most importantly, we are able to separate these leads based on the birthing delivery method. We know who these moms are, and we know whether these babies are born to C-section or normal delivery. Second case study is, so we work quite a lot with banking and insurance clients. In this case, we're working with Prudentials in Indonesia. The objective was to generate insurance-ready leads. Obviously, there are a lot of challenges generating insurance leads. Number one, they are targeting specifically for a very premium segment, and it's very high on acquisition cost. And it needs to go beyond demographic. We need to also understand their income level as well to be able to target them accurately. And lastly, we need to find workaround to be able to overcome the bad perception, negative perceptions around insurance product. So how do we solve this? So first of all, again, audience segmentations, right? We go beyond demographic. We actually add an income layer on top of it. So we know exactly who these peoples are, and we can categorize them based on socioeconomic class. And then combine with our real-time data signals. So basically, we analyze their reading behavior and searching behavior within our app, so we know exactly what their interests are. We know these moms are interested in financial planning. We know these moms are interested in caregiving. We know these moms are interested in health, for example. So we were able to categorize them and ultimately offer a relevant product, a different insurance product for them. And we are deploying this to obviously nudges and pop-ups and personalized push notification. This is how it looks like. Obviously, in all of these creative, we actually no brand mention are actually present in these creatives. We are purposely making it unbranded to be able to generate more leads and gather more interest. And the final impact that we are getting is we get 2 million impressions and 1,000 leads that actually convert to purchase within 1 month. So we are running this a year long, and every month we are getting 1,000 leads roughly minimum. So I think these case studies really showcase the importance of audience segmentations, creative and copywriting, as well as the channel selections. And these audience segmentation, delivering the right message to the right user are extremely important. And to improve click-through rate and also to improve conversion rate ultimately. And yeah, we are happy to be working with Netcore that help us make this possible.
In fact, thank you, Finley. I mean, in fact, these were 2 case studies that's done in a month, right? But when we look at 30 million audience, you can't be just popping out banners and like sending out messages to all your audience at all point of times. Like, we're talking about scale here. We're talking about 7,000 such campaigns happen in every month across 4 different markets. We're using 5 different channels to engage with these different segments that you're talking about. And the segments that Finley mentioned, 300 plus active behavioral aspects that you pick in. So now you're moving away from geography, you're moving away from device, you're going deeper into what is it that they're clicking on, what is it that they're engaging with, and how do you go deeper in terms of personalization, right? And that gives us a total of 30 million plus on-site impressions, and we do over 10,000 leads every month. And 10,000 leads is super segmented for 7,000 campaigns across, right? So it's value that's coming in. It's not just random people just coming into your funnel. And how do you now get to personalization? I think personalization has been in conversation for the last 3-4 years. All the events I've attended, all of us want to do personalization, all of us want to do omnichannel. But why do we still keep talking about it? 3 years, I think, is a good time for us to execute it, right? And that's because have we also looked deeply into the means? How do we engage with our users to then personalize for them? So can you now, channels have now moved on from, you put out a template and you send out like, hey, this is what you have as an offer, you should pick this up, XYZ. Now, through the same channels with your app, be it an in-app message, be it a push notification, you can have a 2-way dialogue with your users. You can allow them to give you feedback, you can allow them to give you reply, you can gamify, you can have spin the wheel, and that's a local Indonesian game that people play where you tap, 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 and you hit the top and you're able to get some offers and so. So a user is now involved in your journey, and that's what gets them closer to you as a business. And that's where you're going away from just clicks and opens, right? For that matter, even offsite. Today, within an email, you're able to have 2-way interactions. You could again allow them to even shop and actually close the entire transaction within an email today. WhatsApp, of course, it's another channel where you're able to engage both ways. RCS is an SMS equivalent. We are hoping it picks up more in Singapore, where it's the SMS version of you able to, again, engage with users. So only if the user comes closer to you, you're even understanding them better. You're moving away from just batch and blast or even segmented to having real personalized interactions with users, right? But that's happening in the world of channel evolution. It's gotten much better. But of course, AI is another hot topic. Last 2 years, again, it's been AI everywhere. Now, how can AI get interesting in your workflow? How do we imagine this workflow? AI comes in, we all think about, would love to validate this, but most of the conversation is about, hey, can AI create content? Can AI understand what is a channel? Can AI understand what is a time to engage with users? But that's AI coming into parts of the workflow. Today, we are reimagining with the whole agentic AI structure, where your entire workflow is AI first. We are talking about right from having specialized agents, right? You could have insight agent who works along with your segment agent and create affinities, propensities, more predictive, not reactive as to today's campaigns, right? And then have a content AI, which then generates messages copies, be it on push notification, email, channels across. And then have a scheduler AI, which actually understands which is the channel, what is the time to engage with users. If you're talking about an extended marketing team here, you've got like 4 headcounts doing probably 7,000 campaigns today in our example. But with the same headcount, you can now do 70,000 campaigns. And that can't be another batch and blast that you do to your users. We're talking about micro segments, much closer to n = 1, and actually bring that effectiveness of campaigns into the business metrics. So our goal is to move away just from clicks, opens, and conversions. Conversions, yes, we're not moving away from that, but clicks and opens. But how do we get to conversions now? Can these channels be a lot more personalized for users, right? And of course, we've come to the end of the session. We have a booth right outside. would love to have a chat on how do you reimagine your workflows. In case you're hitting any roadblocks on how do you want to implement AI in the Martech space, we'll be happy to have a chat to get there. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much.